Holy smokes, he doesn't give up, does he? He doesn't give up. It's common sense versus Mickey Mouse science. It just doesn't give up. Just because only a handful of you see it, that's not reason enough to give up. Just because none of the astrophysicists, astrologists, astronomers, scientists, even NASA themselves, who I've contacted to ask them about this, not one single reply. Been going on for what, 2 years? Easily 2 years, the speed of light thing. Just because stuff is censored, right? And the algorithms, that's if they even put this stuff on, right? Just because all of that is an obstacle, they're obstacles, that doesn't mean we give up. Just because nearly every single avenue available to us is closed off, no sir. We keep going forward, don't we? We know how social media works. We just have to hope that one day somebody shares it to somebody else, and then everybody goes, boom, mother. That's what we're hoping for. Now, my angle, it's not an angle, it's the truth. It's the truth, right? The light radiating from the sun is absolute. It's obvious. Of all of the things we've ever been told, studies done, tales of Roma back in 1676, discovering the speed of light, working it out because of some delay in the light from the sun reaching Io and bouncing back to Roma in his telescope, which is very strange because if it is the same sun that we see during our solar eclipses, there is no delay. Because from planet Earth, when one is in the sweet spot, perfect shadow, boom, direct from the moon, with the sun directly behind the moon. And we know this because you can see the sun's corona around the moon. There is no doubt whatsoever that the light radiating from the sun is in fact, absolute. There is no doubt whatsoever. None. It's in front of everybody. During every single solar eclipse that has ever happened and that will ever happen. It's absolute light. There is no light delay. So it's very, very strange. It's so many people, I was going to say, aren't picking up on what I'm saying, but I've already explained why that is, because I'm at the dump end of the pile, at the dump end of the news feeds. That is if I am in people's news feeds at all. So why am I doing this? Because if I don't do it, it definitely won't get out there. And this is a big one. This has to do with the Big Bang Theory itself, the age of the universe, because everything is worked out with finite light, with light that travels, photons, Mickey Mouse photons that travel at 299,792,458 meters per second, better known as the 299,792 kilometers per second, okay? The Big Bang, it's out, because light is absolute. We know this because during every single solar eclipse, unless we're living in the twilight zone, it is very clear to see that the sun is directly behind the moon. The end, but it's not the end. If I did that, then so Big Bang, age of the universe, everything expanded at the speed of light. But the speed of light, señoras y señores, is absolute. There is no doubt about it. We know this because during every single solar eclipse that has ever been, and in every single solar eclipse that ever will be, the sun will be shining from directly behind the moon, as people are in the moon's shadow, the sweet spot, as I call it. There is no doubt. So just because my content has been flagged and had the brakes put on, with the occasional 10,000 views for one post in a week, to just a steady trickle of 200-300. It's so obvious, because this is the important stuff, and we can't have this getting out, can we, folks? No. That's why there's so many absurdities around now. You're just trying to pile in the absurdities to mix everything up. Do not mistake me for an absurdity. I am not an absurdity. We have space communication. They talk to Mars, don't they? It gives them the delay. Ingenuity, lucky, it's got an autonomous program. It does not need to communicate with anyone. It knows what it's doing. But astronauts, if they were ever to go, they do take anywhere between 5 and 20 minutes to talk to the hardware that's on Mars. There's nothing up there. The stars in the night sky, folks, they are taking the stars away from you, from our children. When you look up at the night sky, the stars that you see are there in the flesh, baby, exactly where they seem to be. When you go out at night time, it's a clear sky, and you look up, you are seeing those light sources exactly where they are, as they are, with zero delay. A light source, if you can see a light source in the night sky, we're talking stars here now, right? If you can see a star, the reason you are seeing it is because it is powerful enough to radiate its light to your eyesight. Or, better said, if you can see a star in the night sky, it's because it is powerful enough to be detected by your eyesight. If it is not powerful enough, you won't see it. It's not a case of light will travel towards you and appear in 2 years' time, or as in Proxima Centauri's timeline, 4.2 years. No, illogical. If you are seeing a light source, you are seeing it because it is powerful enough to be detected by your eyesight. It is that basic. Light does not travel after the onset. Boom! Absolute light. No delay. It will go, it will reach as far as it's going to reach. From the other side, it will be visible instantly, right? Bang. But it will only shine so far. So somebody will be just out of range, they won't ever see it. That is how light works. It's obvious, it's absolute. You can see why they're trying to keep this suppressed. Relativity. Relativity is the light delay. It is the 8 minutes and 20 seconds that it takes photons to reach Earth from the sun. The thing is, if it really did take 8 minutes and 20 seconds for the sun's photons to hit the moon, that then cast its shadow onto planet Earth, if it really did take 8 minutes and 20 seconds, when the photons leave the sun, we have 8 minutes and 20 seconds to kill. In that 8 minutes and 20 seconds, planet Earth turns 2.08 degrees on its axis anti-clockwise. Therefore, it would be impossible, it is impossible for the sun, the moon's shadow, and a person in the sweet spot of that moon shadow to all be lined up, because Earth would have turned 2.08 degrees counterclockwise on its axis the second those photons left the sun. So Earth would be facing 2.08 degrees that way. It's a fact. If light is finite, the solar eclipse cannot work the way it does. It simply cannot play out the way it does. It's impossible. It's a physical impossibility. All of the explanations, put them back in the box. Pesky black holes, speed of light. Everything is based around 299,792,458 meters per second. It is not the case. How do we know this? Because if we have common sense, when observing a solar eclipse, there is only one set of facts in play. That is, the sun is radiating absolute light. Okay? It is a fact. It is quite obvious why speed of light can't come out, because it's everything from your physics books, black holes, relativity, stars in the night sky, space communications, the age of the universe, the Big Bang itself, because everything is traveling at 299,792,458 meters per second. But it's not. It is absolute. Make no mistake about this. A solar eclipse can only happen if the sun is radiating absolute light. It is a fact. You may suppress this all you want, social media. It will not work. Truth will push forth. And humanity will be saved from an illogical reality. A reality where everything is from the observer, and wormholes, time dilation, weird stuff. None of it exists. And how do we know this? Because during a solar eclipse, the sun is directly behind the moon. Only a lack of would see finite light. So, and I will be back again. Muchas gracias, señoras y señores. Muchas gracias. No, siéntense. Muchas gracias. Laters.